think it was pretty early on. Like, I remember when I was little, I always loved to draw. I was never really good at it, and I still, but it was just something I really enjoyed doing, like, especially, like, drawing little stick people and stuff. Like, I used to draw, like, a person who was, like, just a circle and then, like, arms and legs. And then I think it was my art, like, elementary school, like, when I had some really good art teachers that I really got interested in art.
I started off on drawing on walls instead of on paper though.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's totally an artist thing. You gotta rebel.
Started on walls.
Or drawing on other kids.
Yeah.
Like, I think I always just, like, enjoyed it, and as I got better at art and as, like, I took more and more art classes, I got more and more interested in creating, because I think that's why I liked it so much. I was, like, creating, like, whatever I wanted, whatever I could imagine,
Right.
created.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's something that I wanted to do. It's just like I love doing it. Like when I hit into 6th grade, we started doing these unique things, and I was like, I'm gonna continue doing this when I get to high school.
Right.
I wanted to do it. It's something that I could express myself however I wanted to without somebody telling me I have to draw this, I have to draw that. It came from my brain, not from somebody else telling me what to do.
Yeah. Well, it's something that's uniquely your own. Like an art teacher can assign you like a project or something, but when it comes down to it, like whatever you make, it's up to you. It's totally yours. And it's like an expression of yourself.
Yeah. Well, I knew from the moment, like, I started painting, because it felt familiar and comfortable, so I just decided to keep going.
I know I can go to the art room, to Miss Jackie's room, anytime that I need anything. And like as I've gotten into like higher level art classes, it's become more of like a studio art type of thing. Like I get to choose my projects and everything, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's become my own space to create art, and like creating art itself has been therapeutic and like kind of like a thing that I do when I feel like upset or anything.
Right.
Then I create art and it makes me feel better, like taking like all of the emotions and stuff and thoughts inside of me and like making them into something concrete. It's totally therapeutic. Things that like touch them, and I think the more you delve into art, the more you're apt to, the more you know about like creating art, the more apt you are to understand another artist's art and to appreciate it more and to have like more of a connection with it, because you know all of the work and the thought and the emotion that went into it.
Right.
Because like the creative process, like it's really
It can take a really long
it can take a really long time, and it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make something, and the more that you appreciate that, the more you can appreciate the work of art. Theater and dance, and also art, have been, like, I used to be like really, really shy, and honestly I didn't talk all that much, but taking all these art classes has helped me a lot become more like outgoing.
Sometimes it depends on what you look at.
Yeah, like when I'm outside, I focus more on like the shapes in the clouds now. Like the one behind you kind of looks like a dragon.
Yeah. So you see things that you didn't used to see before.
Yeah, noticing things that I usually wouldn't, that's definitely one thing, but also I've become like more open to other points of view, and like well, when you see something like by Pete Mondrian, which is the person who did like the paintings with like the squares, the red and yellow and blue squares, I feel like everybody's seen those. Usually people would say that's not art because it's too simple.
Right.
But it's made me more prone to like look into the background of things, of art and people, to totally see their point of view and like what they're trying to say and why they do certain things. It's made me like appreciate people's point of view more. Definitely.
You found
Definitely.
your people, yeah.
Yeah, totally. In middle school, I never felt like I had, I don't know, I never felt like I had like a true friend group. But then when I got to North Bid and I started taking like all of these different art classes, I totally felt like I found my niche.
We understand. You can just have a conversation and use the word "think" 5 times, and we know exactly what we're talking about.
Kind of dialect, our own like
Yeah, your own
words,
language, yeah.
our own language. Like it's like a culture that you can be immersed in, and I feel like that's why we feel like it's like a second home, or like we feel so comfortable, like we feel like we found a community there, is because like it's like this whole culture that like I don't know, we're our own, like to be in front of crowds. Art is something that it can either be for yourself, it can be to convey a message to other people, it can be about decoration, or it can be about cleansing emotion, or like it can be so many things. It can be anything that you want it to be. It's called The Fountain by Duchamp, and it's like somebody literally took like a urinal and put it on its side and then signed their name on it and said that it was art. And that's kind of like a bad example. I don't really consider it art, but art is different to everybody.
Right.
So to some people, the technique and the craftsmanship in it is more important, and to some people, the message and the ideas behind it are more important. And as art has changed over the years, like it's become more of a focus on like the message and the experience that art creates. And I think that's an important. I think it's important that happens because it makes art more accessible to everybody.
Live.
Yeah.